Make sure it takes all the sauce. And we'll give it a try. Welcome everyone to a new video. Today I'm gonna show you how to do sloppy joe. They say it's a classic American dish, but in my opinion it's inspired by the chili con carne. Please let me know in the comments if you got the same opinion like mine, or if you don't, tell me why. Please, this being said, let's start to cook. For this recipe I'm gonna use, as vegetables, I'm gonna use only onion, garlic and some mixed color peppers. And oil, I'm not gonna use olive oil, I'm gonna use sunflower oil. Now we're gonna start with the veg. I'm gonna start chopping up the veg. Just finely diced. Nothing fancy, nothing too complicated. In the end it's a comfort food dish. It's a stew type dish. And I will classify this dish as a stew. The pepper, you can use bell pepper. Initially with the original recipe, it's bell peppers. Make sure you take out all the seeds from the peppers first. And now you just cut them like this and dice. And the garlic, just cut them in 4 and in pieces like this. I'll finish all the veg and I'm gonna show you what we do with the meat. I got here a pot. It's good to use a skillet if you got. If no, use a pot, but make sure it's a thick one. So, how I said before, I'm gonna use sunflower oil for this recipe. I'm gonna put a good amount of oil. The vegetables which I chopped earlier, the peppers, onions and garlic. It's pretty basic recipe, but it's extremely delicious. It's comfort food. So, the original recipe, it's done with, you cook separate the onion, peppers. So basically you cook separate the vegetables, you cook separate the meat, you do the sauce separate, and after you put all together. What I'm gonna do everything in one pot. So I'm gonna stew up all this. So I'm gonna cook nicely the onion and the peppers until they're getting soft. After we're gonna add the meat and the spices. See you in 2 minutes. At this point the onion and the peppers, you can see they are nicely start getting golden brown. They are soft. So it's time to add the spices. And I got here salt, paprika, Hungarian paprika and a tiny bit of sugar. Now if you don't want to add sugar, you can put 2 spoons of honey or you can put some maple syrup. It's totally up to you. The original recipe is with brown sugar. I don't have brown sugar, so I'm gonna use white sugar. Now we go in with the meat. I got here 300 grams of meat. It's 150 pork, 150 beef. You can use veal with beef or lamb with beef, or you can use plain beef if you want, but I like it to be much softer, so that's why I'm using the pork as well. Make sure you crush it nicely, mix it well, and we need to leave this to cook until it's getting, all the meat is nice brown. So now all the meat is nicely brown. I put in 200 grams of tomato puree. I put in 1 tablespoon of smoky chipotle, and 1 tablespoon of whoster sauce. And now we're gonna leave it to boil, to simmer like this on very low heat for another 20-25 minutes. Now the sloppy joe is almost ready. It's been 20 minutes since it's still boiling. And I got here some parsley and chives, fresh from my garden. I'll put it in, give a good mix. And that's pretty much it. This is my version of sloppy joe. A close up. Let's do the taste test. Now this is my dish for today. You normally serve it in a bun, in a burger bun. You can put cheese on it, you can put bacon, you can put whatever you like. But what I'm gonna do, I got here a lovely French baguette, crusty sourdough baguette. So I'm gonna break a piece of the baguette, and I'm just gonna dip it in like this. Make sure it takes all the sauce. And we'll give it a try. Absolutely delicious. Now, if you got any left, which I doubted, but if you got any left, this mix, the whole mix, the sloppy joe, you can make it in a shakshuka. You can put this in a pan, you put some more onions, you put the tomato sauce, some more tomato sauce, you put the eggs on top, some chili or cayenne pepper, and it will be an amazing, amazing shakshuka. So, if you got any left, you can make it in another dish. You never waste nothing. Thank you very much for watching the second episode from this series with stews, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe, please.